Hey guys, so I want to fellowship and share a vision I had 4 days ago and then share a quick message. All right, let's jump in. The vision, I saw a shoreline. It was a beach, but I was focused in on the shoreline where the waves were coming up to a certain point and receding back into the ocean. And in the vision, a wave came up to the shore, and when it receded, I saw the drawn in the sand different peoples that were all different colors, and they weren't real detailed. They weren't like stick figures, but they were the shape of people. And a wave came up again and covered up the people and washed them away. But when this wave left, what was drawn in the sand when it receded was the image of a man, and I knew immediately it was our Savior. It was Jesus, Yahusha. And the thing that was different, his image was much more clear, much more pronounced. It was beautiful. And he had white garments on, like a white robe. He also, I wasn't sure if he gave off like a certain type of energy, because the sand around him was molten like glass. And it was more of a 3D image of the Savior in the sand. But when the last wave receded, he was the one left. And I prayed and discerned this, and I knew exactly what it was about, because I've been noticing a lot of division on earth. Not only with children of the Most High, but brother against brother, which we know that is going to increase in the last days. But the division that I was seeing, people were using scriptures to divide people, to divide the children, humanity. And I was in prayer, and then I was given this vision that, you know what, we are all one peoples under the Savior. That, I covered in a message before that that the flesh doesn't know anything of the Spirit. And this vision was just a continuation of that message. Because don't be confused, there are a lot of people teaching in the earth now that are quote-unquote prophets, but they're not servants. And I'll be honest, before I had this vision, I was given a short message about how the Most High and our Savior are looking for servants, not more prophets. You will know a chosen person by how they serve, the heart they have to help those in need, to be in prayer for those in need, to financially, if they're able, to give to those in need, and serve their fellow brothers and sisters. That is the sign of a chosen person. For me, I don't care about being a prophet. I've said that from the beginning. I don't care about that. I'm not a prophet. I'm a servant. I want to be a good servant. And I have prayed. A lot of us for our whole lives have had a heart to serve. Because the kingdom of Jesus, of Yahusha, is people serving each other. Without that, you don't have a creation. Without that, you don't have anyone to tend to the earth. You don't have anyone to heal the earth. And this vision it came just in time when I was in spiritual warfare over the division that is happening on earth right now. And the division is all about the flesh. It's all about skin tone in the flesh. there isn't much good, there's no good fruit that will be born of that anyone can bear from teaching that kind of division. Because again, Yahuwah's kingdom is spirit. Now it is manifest in the physical, but the chosen, they are the servants. I don't know how to say it any more clearly than that. Now, you cannot truly serve until you understand and come into your salvation, because you won't really understand surrender and commitment until you're given that new heart and born again. Because a lot of people may serve others for personal gain, for attention, for financial reasons. I'm not talking about that kind of servitude. I'm talking about the kind that when you give when you have nothing. That you pray for others and you're in prayer every night for hours when you don't have that kind of energy or time, yet you do it. Don't be deceived by all the prophets, the so-called prophets, because I'm telling you, Yahuwah wants more servants. We need more servants on earth. That is what the earth is lacking right now. And another thing is on prayer. I don't know if you've experienced this, any of you, but when I go into prayer recently, the evil one is trying to block those prayers in a very mighty way, which last night when I was in prayer, I could sense, and I knew that the prayer was trying to be held up in the spirit, so I went to the scriptures, and I ended up in the Book of Kings, which is very rare. I am rarely led to the Book of Kings, and it's important that we push through those difficult spots in our prayer lives, because I have seen in the spirit what would happen to earth if the prayer warriors were taken from the earth. And that was something that I thought a lot about. I was thinking about yesterday. What would happen to the earth? Because the thought realm, the spirit, if there's no one on earth praying and taking up battles in the spirit, then we think the earth is bad now. We haven't seen anything. And people could talk about, have had dreams and visions of when the children of the Most High, those saved and born again, are removed from earth. They saw what happened on earth. And it was almost an immediate transformation of the minds and hearts of who was left into complete violence. And I truly believe that they are already that way now. I believe that the ones that will see that'll be here on earth for those times, are that way now in their thoughts and mind. In fact, they want to shed blood. They want to be given a get out of jail free card when they can do whatever they want on earth and hurt whoever they want. They are looking forward to those days. And some of those people are preaching and teaching and saying they are prophets that look forward to the days of violence, retribution, and domination. The desire to dominate and to murder and steal and kill comes from one place. The same one who got in Cain's heart that he would kill his brother Abel. That is not coming from the Most High and his kingdom. But if you are getting those intrusive thoughts when you're trying to pray, then get out the scriptures and ask for guidance, to be led what to read, so that you can push through and power through in that prayer. I've also heard a lot of people speak on how they can't concentrate a lot in these days. And that has a lot to do with the distractions, the availability of getting quick rewards from things through technology. And the best way to block out distraction is to pick up the word. And do that because you're seeking the personality and to grow in your relationship with the Savior and with our Creator, our Most High, our Mighty One in heaven. So that was the vision, and that was the discernment I got on it. But speaking of prayer, I'm in prayer for you guys every day. And I know that you've been praying for me, and I am so grateful because I have been under spiritual attack for on and off in the most difficult times I've ever experienced for the last year and a half. And it all started when I shared a particular message on my channel. When I shared that dream I had about being in Congress, in our political arena, which I'm starting to believe it was not Congress. I'm believing it was the UN. That I was in the spirit at the UN when they were in session. And when the camera turned off, the faces of the people there changed into these wicked-looking, vile beasts. And I won't go into the dream again, but the spiritual warfare has been so intense on me and all of you too, I know, because when you take up the sword of truth and when you're born again and you're doing damage to the kingdom of darkness and fighting against it, you're gonna reap. They're gonna try to hold you back, and they're gonna try to do you harm in the spirit. So keep pushing through. I love you guys. If you have any prayer requests, please leave them in the comments. And again, we long and seek for the day we can walk with our Savior in the cool of the day. And that is what keeps us grounded. It has to be there in your thoughts and in your prayers, seeking the kingdom of the Most High. It'll get you through anything that you experience in life on this earth. All right, I gotta run. We'll talk later. Love you guys. Bye.